Good morning, friends. I'm so excited you're here. Okay, so this video, we are going to talk about getting ready. Now, getting ready for what you might ask is something big. So something big that I am facing right now that I am working on is open enrollment is coming up. So that is basically a specific window of time that I have to help a ton of people make sure that they can get everything that they need during that specific window of time, and then it's over. So the window opens, the window closes, and I want to make sure that I help them as much as I can. So from a getting ready standpoint, what that means is making sure that everything else that I need to do during that specific time is taken care of. So what that can mean is lining out all my tasks, getting things done ahead of time. So you guys know that I have multiple other businesses. So making sure that those other businesses, if they need things done, that those are done ahead of time. So what that can be is, like, let's say Scale Your Small Business, they need social media done for a couple weeks. So that means that I am filming everything, we are creating everything, we are getting everything done. So that way we're not like at the last minute, oh my gosh, I need that video. Oh my gosh, I need this. Oh my gosh, I need that. We're getting everything lined up ahead of time so everybody can get ahead, essentially, because who doesn't want to take a break over the holidays? Nobody wants to work, at a feverish pace or a stressed pace. Like, nobody wants to deal with that. So making sure that getting it as much done ahead of time as I can. Now, because this is not the first time I've been through open enrollment, I actually have a list that I wrote down from last time, because sometimes I can get overwhelmed with thinking, oh my gosh, I have so many tests to take to get ready for open enrollment. But in reality, those tests some of them only take 30 minutes. Now, some of them take hours to do, but some of them take only a couple minutes. So what's nice about that is that knowing what those time frames are, because I've written them down, helps reduce my stress and anxiety, because I can look at my list and be like, oh, well, those two tests only take 15 minutes each. Well, that's easy. I can knock that out really quick. So journaling about the past experiences, so that way for the following year, I know what to expect. Now, this could be done for all sorts of different things. This could be done for holiday planning. If you host the same Thanksgiving, dinner every year. What's nice about having those notes from your last year is you can say, okay, I kind of lined out the time frame, like I said, from 9 to 9:15, and I'm going to do this, from 10 to 10:15, to kind of get an idea of what your plan is. Huge, huge, because you've been through it before. So if you have something that you do every single year, or something that repeats itself, even if you have a big business launch for your business, same thing. Journaling through that experience, and also too, writing down your mistakes, like the pitfalls where you're like, oh man, I took a header right into that. Like, I didn't even think about, that this was going to happen. Write that down so you can remember it. And the following time, you will make that same mistake, because you have to remember, it's only a mistake if you repeat it again. So I don't look at those first time mistakes. I just didn't know any better. It wasn't my fault. I just didn't know that was going to happen. So being able to say, okay, I'm going to write this down so that way I can remember, can make a huge difference. Now, if there's anything else that you need to get done ahead of time, so a big one for me is making sure that my office space, because I am working from home during COVID, I want to make sure that my office space is organized. So you might see some stuff down below or behind me. That's because there's a process happening. We are getting ready to get things organized and make sure that everything is in a space that we need. So if there are brochures, if there are, things that we access all the time, getting ready to have my notebook, which is right here, making sure that is in a place that doesn't get cluttered up with a bunch of stuff, making sure that I have easy access to it, making sure that I have enough pages to last me through the entire open enrollment. That's a big deal, because you don't want to be running to Office Depot to get something when you know you're going to need it. Just get it now, have it handy, have it ready. Same things if you use highlighters, pens, markers, whatever you use to track, make sure that you have all that stuff ready to go. It's purchased, it's sitting there waiting for you. Also, there's a couple things that I do in addition that are specific to open enrollment, but I think that it would pretty much help with any process that you're doing. Is I have created a bunch of different Google Forms. So there's a spreadsheet that I'm required to send in every open enrollment that talks about, the people that I helped, where did they hear about me, all these different things, typical spreadsheet stuff. So what's great about that is I can create a Google form that is just like 4 clicks, and then it all goes into a spreadsheet, and then I can send that spreadsheet over to the person that's requesting it. And it's like, instead of me monkeying around with, oh gosh, how long did that person take? Oh, I can't remember, trying to do it after the fact. It's so much easier with that Google form that I can just click, 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 and it's free too, which is even better. So there's a couple things that I'm going to be testing over this open enrollment that I think are really going to streamline my processes and my systems. And that's how I make everything as quick and as efficient as I possibly can, is with systems and processes. Now, you probably know that if you listen to my podcast, if you've been around at all. I really love systems and processes. That's my jam. So if this is something that you are interested in finding out more about, make sure you tune into my other videos. We have quite a few other live streams that are built up now here on YouTube, but also check out my Instagram. We are doing a 31-day goal setting challenge over there. So make sure you check that out if that's something that you're interested in, and I will see you next time. Bye for now, friends.